Yeah, I mean, I've been called dumb once or twice in my life.
That beat drop.
This is where I'm supposed to beat. Remember beatbox? Remember?
Not beatbox. When the beat drops.
Hey, that sounds way better.
Oh yeah, we should definitely hold on. Yeah, hold
Have
on.
me some stripper music
I'm
going?
gonna say maybe
A little bit of
Nope.
side.
not what I was hoping it was.
All right, we tried that.
I was
Failure.
gonna try and copyright it while it was going, but
It's too much work. Welcome to the show, everybody. Me and Lamb here. We're well lit today.
for once.
We're excited to be here. Great weekend. I got to see the new Borat movie. Wonderful sports on this weekend. Got to eat some terrible junk food. Lamb's bringing home vegan donuts.
Apparently, yeah, that's a thing here, and they are fantastic for no
damn reason. I'm not a vegan. Lamb's not a vegan.
This place just has the best donuts.
They just have the best donuts. They're called Donut Friend. They're vegan. I will say this. It's kind of a funny story. My old boss went there the one time. He said his daughter was a vegan. She was really into it. She said, hey, I'm having some friends over. Do you mind if you pick up some vegan donuts for me? He was like, yeah, sure. So he rolls by this shop and has no idea that vegan donuts are like way more expensive than a regular donut.
Yeah.
So he goes in there. He said he picks out 12 donuts. He gets to the register. And she's like, that'll be $44. And he was like, what? And he was like, no, just one dozen. She was like, right. They're about $3 to $4 a donut. And he said he drove home the entire time. He's like, it wasn't even the price. I was just so angry that I didn't know that's how much donuts were going to cost. And I said, yeah, dude, I get it. I really do.
Surprise.
But they're delicious. Anyway,
They are delicious.
Welcome in, everybody. We got a good show for you guys today. Allegedly.
As always.
We're allegedly the
No.
number one podcast, so we allegedly have a good show for you guys.
So you can't be upset if it's not what you want. It's a legend.
That's right. All right, let's start the day off. I'd love to start off with a quick shout. Today's shout out is actually you guys that watch the show live. We have a great amount of people that watch the show live, and I call them the chat, call them the listeners, the followers, whatever you want to call them. But you guys, for real, we have had some really great people in here. We have so many people that add some color to the show, some great comments, bring up new points, pepper in funny jokes, get the laughing going. So
Point out how wrong we are sometimes.
yeah, absolutely. Point out things we missed. And when we started doing the podcast, we did it not live. Obviously, we did it
I believe the term is recorded.
I believe you did it in a closet. I was looking for.
Closet is an overstatement of what this was.
So we started in a closet. Now we're in a real room. But when we were in the closet,
You want to try that again?
yeah, let me try that one more time. Let me back that up. When Lamb was in the closet.
Hey,
Just kidding. No. When we used to record in the closet, I don't like any of the closet talk. Let me just try that. We used to record in that small room. How about that? Okay.
The tiny space we had.
We used to record in that tiny space. We didn't have a live audience. We didn't have somebody to talk to. And I didn't know bringing the live audience in. I thought, it'd be nice every now and again to see a comment. But what it's actually turned into is kind of a community and people yibbing and yabbing and making me laugh. So I just want to say a shout out to you guys. Love you guys. Paul's, what's up, man? Welcome in the chat. Paul's our moderator. If you get out of line, you get in the boot. But yeah, just want to shout out to you guys, man. So honestly, as a crowd, as a group of people that watch, you guys are funny, witty, and you guys don't know that you guys made the show a lot better recently. It's really nice having you here. It's just one extra voice, and the voice is big and funny. So shout out to you guys. All right, but let's go ahead and get started. That's not why we're here. We're not here to pat you guys on the back. We're here to
We're here to make ourselves feel better.
right. We're here to talk jib jab. So let's get into it. First story of the day, just a small story. But me and Lamb, we love the science. We love the space. We love the futuristic shit. Anything that's putting us ahead 10 years, we're going to talk about it. NASA today announced that they did have definitive evidence of water on the moon. If you're asking yourself, didn't we already know that?
It was actually apparently a water bottle left on the moon by Neil Armstrong.
It was the first Dasani bottle.
Nestle's been launching bottles at the moon.
Trying to get one to stick. Like a large game of darts. No, if you're asking yourself, I thought they already had water on. I thought they already knew that. It was speculative. For a long time, we've speculated that they have water on Mars because of lake-looking, indents and things like that. But this was actually picked up by what do we even want to call that?
The coolest plane ever.
That's fair enough. It's one of the coolest planes ever. It flies at 43,000 feet, so above all the clouds, and they say it does that, and it does it by Antarctica. so that way there is no light interfering, and this plane has a massive telescope on it that takes pictures. So that device was able to zoom in. Now, one thing I should say, because every time I hear they found water, again, like I think everybody thinks like a flowing stream or something. Not quite it. With the way the astronaut actually explained it was more like if you took a bottle of water, a 12-ounce bottle of water, and sprinkled it over like a 1 square meter area. They said that's how they know that there's water there in the soil. They just not like an actual lake though. But it is very important if we ever, as a society, as a species, want to move to another world. Water is basically the only thing we need. I mean, so far, it's at least the one thing we need, you know?
Yeah, I think the moon gets solar energy, so I think we can...
we can do everything else, right? We have the water. So
you got power, we got water. I think for the rest, we can build and do stuff with.
We can grow some things, you know? We can figure it out from there.
Plant potatoes, apparently, like in The Martian.
Oh.
You ever see that movie?
No, I didn't see The Martian.
Oh, my God. You got to see it with Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, yeah.
It's actually a really good movie.
I should check it out. The only reason it was one of those movies where, like, you saw the commercial and you were like, yeah, I think I know the entire plot to that movie, which kind of I didn't want to do that. I'll sponsor y'all from Mars. DJ, appreciate that, man.
Can't tell if that's a dig or like a positive thing.
He said if he goes...
He's like, I sponsor you guys leaving this planet, not coming back.
He's just giving us like a fake sponsor.
Yeah, like,
Mars sponsors you guys.
Yeah, you guys are out.
So we thought it was cool. I don't know what is going to happen. I read an article today that said that the only reason they're really announcing this is because they want people to think that NASA's out there doing something so they don't get their budget cut. That's probably also very true. But let's go ahead and move on. We got better stuff than that today. It's just a cool story to start the show, but while everybody kind of trickles in, we do that a little bit.
Speaking of better stuff, right here... Nothing better.
Nothing better than this.
Nothing better than KFC fried chicken.
Yes.
And for those of you that want the scent of KFC in your house, but perhaps don't want to like purchase KFC or like deal with the bones, like anti-bones, whatever the case may be. Maybe you're a vegan. I don't know.
They're still yelling at me about not seeing The Martian right now. I love space movies. It just like one of those movies where it's like, hey, he goes to Mars and he figures out how to grow some plants and then he probably dies up there. That was probably the only whole movie, so I didn't watch it. I'm sorry. Anyway.
But yeah, so KFC has this new fire log, like Insta-log thing that you put in your fireplace. Smells like fried chicken. It's got the 11 herbs and spices in there, apparently.
This confuses me.
And you can buy it at Walmart.
Right. Probably the only place you can buy it. Let me ask you: do you want this cooking in your and roasted in your house?
Maybe not my house, but I want to smell it. I'm very intrigued by it. I don't know if I'd want my house to potentially smell like fried chicken for days.
Right, that's my thing. Like, okay, like I don't want to say like. Well, I was gonna say I don't want my house smelling like fast food. And I know this is considered fast food, but what I really mean is like even if I had like a Burger King or a McDonald's log, I can't have that in the house. I'm trying to eat healthy. I can't have like walking by the kitchen. It's like, God, it smells like a double cheeseburger in here again and again and again. It's like that is.
But if I went to like a holiday party at some, not that you're allowed to do that anymore, but if you could, and this was rolling, hilarious, like an ugly sweater party, and this is rolling in the fireplace,
and then they have nothing but like vegan food.
Yeah, it's just like here's this tofu. And yeah, now is this vegan? Can you be like let this like burn in your house and then just like munch a bunch of like tofu and jackfruit and like think that you're getting fried chicken?
I am telling you, this is the most desperate attempt by a company to try and get you to eat their product. It is like, look, if we can't get them to like it, we'll just get them to smell it all day, every day, and then they'll be forced to buy it. That's what I think is happening
DJ,
here.
BK Lounge. How are they not jumping on this? Flame grilled?
Yeah.
Flame grilled and you don't have a log?
That's this should be 10 years ago for them.
Yeah, this is way better for Burger King than it is for KFC.
Okay, so I'm going to sound like an idiot, but that's the show anyway. Do they have logs that smell like good things?
I would imagine. I've never like done a deep dive on odd scented fire logs, but maybe we will.
Well,
maybe we should.
That's your role on the show.
Do we want a tangent?
No.
If you want.
No, we don't need a tangent. Oh, well, I don't care. You can look it up real quick. I'm just going to say this. If I don't know the clientele they're after, beside being like a novelty fun item to give somebody for a one-time thing, it confuses me. Like I can't imagine like every 3 months or every 2 months, you're getting like another KFC log to like smell your house. Not to mention, it smells delicious. Oh my God.
They're all the KFC.
All the KFC.
Yeah, that's all they got apparently.
Yeah, and pine. See, like pine logs.
Yeah, they got pine. They got some essential oil scented logs and stuff floating around. Okay. I need some sage, maybe.
That's what I thought. But the KFC thing, like I said, Okay, I'm not saying this. Like when I drive by a KFC, right, they're just pumping that flavor out, right?
Yeah, there's a fan going straight to the street. I'm sure of it.
Right through my air conditioner into my nose. So I know that they do that on purpose. But when I drive by, I almost every time have that moment of like actual like self-discipline. And I gotta be like, look, I know it smells great, but keep driving. I can't have it in the living room.
It only lasts like 4 hours, so
okay.
So at least there's that. It's not like this thing's gonna be burning for like 2 days or something.
All right, yeah, I hear you.
So like it's like one evening, maybe it's like, do you get KFC when you burn the log?
You have to. That's the only way I would burn.
Or
do
I do like a little Popeyes and burn the KFC log like a heathen?
Tweet it out there.
Yeah.
Tweet it out. Let them know. Like, yeah, I like your smell, but I like their food. Oh my God, we forgot to put the suck it guy in the show.
I'm gonna find him
right now
while we're looking.
All right, we can't do it right now.
No,
we gotta get that.
It's not up on the thing.
I
can do some things.
I was gonna segue.
Yeah. We're gonna practice our segues, guys. As you learned last episode, we're gonna do nothing but practice our segues
all the time. So what I was gonna say was, if you burn a KFC log, the next domino to fall is gonna be
missing one.
What is that?
KFC. We got His Highness.
Oh, you're right. Shit. All
right. Speaking of KFC, that's our transition.
That's not what's going to give you.
Speaking of KFC, we got our boy Prince William over here. Now we love trashing Prince Harry.
Love the pee-pee shirt in the background. You already know, DJ. Pop it in the chat. What's going on? Schnozberries taste like schnozberries. That is true.
So Prince William got caught staring longly at a KFC. Now, this doesn't sound like anything I would ever click on, but I got clickbaited so hard, and I'm not even mad at it.
No.
The initial title was Prince William gets caught staring at breasts.
You're like, yeah.
I was like, click.
I
got to see what's going on here.
That is in the exact room of our show.
Yeah, that's like, oh, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But apparently he got caught looking in the KFC window. Now, again, doesn't seem, I tell you that story doesn't seem like anything.
Yeah.
You see this photo.
He is staring.
This man, you wonder if this guy's ever had KFC.
I literally, the first time you showed it to me, I thought, I know
maybe he's like, what are these people eating?
Well, I was going to say, I know this sounds weird, but like, I know Donald Trump like loves the fast food thing, but like, I wonder like, if you live in a mansion, right, and every time you can just say I want fried chicken, and they're gonna bring you delicious fried chicken,
or make it,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. They're gonna bring you to your room, or whatever, bring you delicious fried chicken. They're probably not gonna order anything. I'm saying the amount of fast food he eats is probably very slim.
Yeah.
So him looking in there is almost like him looking into like a human zoo. It's like, what is everybody else up to?
What are these mere mortals looking eating?
No, they did have some fun puns with it, right?
Yeah, they're calling him his royal thighness right now.
That's great. Somebody also said, how come he looks in there and everybody admires him looking at chicken, but when I eat a whole box to myself, I'm fat and pathetic or something?
Yeah.
I love that.
Apparently, Harry's a Popeyes guy, though. Apparently.
Okay.
That's what they're saying, at least.
I'm not trying to be honest. I don't really know the difference. Like, if you gave me a KFC piece of chicken, then you gave me a Popeyes, I don't know if I could tell the difference.
Popeyes has the spicy chicken option. If you're getting regular Popeyes and KFC, they're pretty similar.
What are these people eating? Just geeked me out, right? Like, yeah, like what are these peons scrubbing up from the dirt to chew on?
The serfs are eating interesting food today.
Let them eat cake. All right, okay, so. Just love this guy peering in. It seems candid too, right? It doesn't seem like it was like
he's just walking by and he was like, huh.
Yeah, he looks very natural. Okay, so now can I say? No, I can't say. I already ruined it.
All right.
I was gonna say, if you're hungry and they didn't have KFC, the next domino to fall, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. All right, I'm trying to segue, but it's struggling. Okay, so the next story,
if you can find it.
If you can find it through all the fucking ads. Actually, in my opinion, something I'm more interested in, only in the sense I want somebody to try it. Okay, so Domino's in, where'd you say this was? Australia?
Australia.
Okay. Domino's in Australia is launching a roulette pizza.
1 week only for Halloween.
1 week only for Halloween, where they will give you whatever pizza you want, but one of the slices randomly will have invisible ghost pepper chili sauce in that slice. So all the other slices will be normal and not hot, and then one of them will actually kill you, as far as I'm concerned.
It does come with a warning label.
Okay, it does come with a warning label. Can you scroll down? Can I see this picture that they're advertising? Here we go. Halloween roulette. There it is. One of the slices is possessed. I want to know. Okay, so 2 things for me. One, I have seen this ghost pepper thing become kind of trendy, and at first it was like actually killing people. Remember they had like those ghost pepper chips? Remember there was like it was kind of a challenge for a while. I remember seeing people doing it, and it was like really burning some people up. But I remember other people trying like actual ghost peppers and then like almost dying, right? Like they were literally like
just pop it in their mouth,
right.
And they're
so it's like that hot. But then like they have since like kind of nerfed it all the way down to the point where I know that people have a lot of these ghost pepper challenges. I'm worried this is gonna be fudgy. I'm worried.
There's no way this is full-on ghost pepper.
Yeah.
Because they could legit kill somebody.
Yes.
Like, it's going to be spicy, but it's going to be like, ooh, that's spicy.
Yeah,
it's not going to be...
I just...
Although it is Australia,
that's
and
true. Maybe
they're a little lawless down
there. Maybe they
there.
have less rules than we do. I don't see it burning anybody. I don't see anybody like really hitting anybody. But if they had this in the United States, I know it would be a hit. I know people, man. People love this dumb shit. Somebody said that.
I'm gonna check this out right now.
She's looking up Mombot's comment. Okay, so Mombot said that speaking of donuts and ghost peppers, Dunkin' Donuts said they have tried the spicy donut. See, like I'm immediately a deliciously daring donut that delivers the heat with every whatever.
My God.
So it is a ghost pepper donut?
Yep.
Okay, so Dunkin' Donuts has a ghost pepper donut. See, I don't want spicy desserts. I'm all out on that. I'm all out on that. I don't want anything to do with that. I believe it is a ghost pepper. Yeah, it is ghost pepper. Is anybody in the chat in on the ghost pepper pizza or ghost pepper donut? Is anybody
strawberry icing, bold cayenne, and ghost pepper spice blend?
I don't get it.
Sweet and spicy, baby.
Look, man. I get some people have like the spicy palate, but I think it belongs on like wings and food and normal hot stuff. I don't even have an issue with it. The pizza, I think it's really funny and gimmicky. I think it would be great to do it with a bunch of friends.
I like that, but the donut I like that only because it's probably like $1.
Yeah, that's true. Try it, get a bite.
Yeah, you get a bite, split with some people. Like, oh, it's interesting.
You get a bunch
for $1. I'm more interested. If I have to spend like $20, $30 for this thing, I'm like, I'm not that.
But if I get the ghost pepper or whatever, what was the pizza called? The roulette pizza.
Yeah.
We got 2 of them. You got like 8 or 10 friends hanging around a house. That's gonna be funny, man. Yeah. Somebody's gonna take a bite and be miserable. Hopefully, that's like the idea. So, love that idea.
Apparently, nuggets are on notice.
Yeah, we've already got the spice. Okay, so anyway, if you guys would try this back to the spicy pizza here, I'm curious to see if this actually makes it to the United States. I really,
it has.
It has to, man. That's like it's almost more United Statesy than it is anything else because we love spending money on dumb shit like we actually love spending money on dumb shit like this.
You tell me parents wouldn't do this to their kids?
I know. Like you've all been bad. Everybody have a slice of pizza.
If you have some like punk teenager kids,
yeah.
And I would be like, yo, put it on every slice.
Just ruin the pizza. Well, that was my other point was...
Oh, that's bleeding.
How do you make this pizza not
There's
bleed
at least
through?
3 slices.
Right.
At least
that's what I'm saying. There's no way there's not more than 1 slice that tastes like
Unless they're putting it on somehow after.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure that you're going to be able to taste it in multiple slices. But anyway, sticking to the fast food option, we got one more little fast food story. For some reason, our front of the show here is loaded with fast food. This just gave Lamb a chuckle, so he can introduce it for you guys.
All right. So apparently, this person who runs McDonald's social media reached out for help, quote unquote, and said, I'm more than just when is the McRib coming back. I'm a real person.
Oh, the person that runs the Twitter?
runs their Twitter.
Oh, that's great.
And apparently a bunch of companies reached out, feeling kind of the same thing.
Here's what I'm saying. I know I look around, I see the person that runs ESPN, I see the person that runs Wendy's always gets a shout. There's definitely these people that run these social medias, and I know that it's not just take some pictures and put it up. They require them to be witty and timely and trendy and
respond constantly.
Right. So it is kind of a job, but apparently all they really get responses back is when is the new item? When is First off,
how many people are on this McRib train?
Straight up, anybody in chat right now look forward to the McRib? That's an honest question. I have to know. I literally don't understand this. Who is asking for the McRib?
I've had it 3 times in my life, and all 3 times I've been disappointed.
I've had it. I haven't had it since the last time I was disappointed, which was 10 years ago.
It'd be about that for me.
Last time I had it, I was like, this is whack. This is chewy. It doesn't taste like a rib. Nope. Never had it. Never want to. down. Yeah. So apparently she's getting blasted on social media about when is this McRib coming back. Who are these people? I don't know anybody that wants
There's
this
like
sandwich.
6 people that are like really hardcore McRib fans.
Yeah, I don't get it.
They get them and freeze them and like stock up for the winter.
It's
like
not a good sandwich. The rib meat is gross. It's so weird.
Wow, Paul's mom's a huge fan.
My mom's a huge fan of it. I am not. I know what real food tastes like. Right. Look, man, I'm old. Look.
I love that it's rib shaped. Like they have fake bones. Like it's just pressed a patty into it.
Yeah, it's like a waffle machine just mashing out rib sandwiches. I love barbecue sauce. So like it's hard for me to not like a sandwich that's barbecue sauce. But it doesn't taste like ribs to me. You know what I mean? So what else did people say? What else what do you saw here?
So we had I've never felt more seen. HBO said, like, I don't know when House of Dragons is premiering. Unrelated, when is the McRib coming back?
That's a pretty nice response. We feel you. It's always when will IBM make computers again? Never how's it going? Social media person. Big Pizza Hut said the same thing. Bring back Priazzo. Bigfoot, Cheesy Bites. Wellness check on your social account managers. And then there was one we liked, right? Didn't Xbox bring some heat?
Yeah, Xbox brought some heat.
Xbox said, if you ever feel bummed, we're always here if you need to talk about anything. Like a caring boyfriend, and it makes me laugh. So that was kind of funny. It does make me laugh. Now that, like I said, I have 2 Instagrams, unfortunately. The second one for 2 Dumb Idiots. You can see you're just like kind of blasted with like junk all the time. Not like people that watch the show, but even like fake accounts and just everything. I can't imagine if you're like...
Check out my pictures.
Right, I can't imagine if you're like McDonald's. God, I'm sure that lady just gets blasted all day. I'm sure her job is actually... I'm sure it's like an actual full-time job. I mean...
Yeah, I can only imagine having to be on an actual computer for your social media because it's so much.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't do that from a phone.
No, yeah.
You couldn't run it from a phone. You'd have to be able to fully type and like...
Not my phone.
Like,
my phone's dying every 10 seconds.
This lady's just like running for chargers like constantly. Like can't go to the grocery store. Like
yeah, I know that would be my issue. All right, so
I turned my phone off for 2 minutes and I had 87,000 tweets.
I legitimately don't think that job is for everybody, and I don't even know if that job is something that I think most people would actually want. I don't want my phone blowing up nonstop and having to respond to people. Not to mention, people on the internet are annoying. That's just the bottom line. All right, let's go ahead and move on to my favorite story of the day. We saved it for the middle segment of the show because it's absolutely my favorite story of the day. Segue.
Speaking of McDonald Trump.
There we go. All right, yeah, speaking of McDonald Trump, I'll go with that. I saw the Borat movie last night for the first time. I've been dying to see it. And
the new Borat.
The new Borat. An unbelievable, timely story came on my phone today about how Kazakhstan has actually now embraced the movie. And now, I'm going to just dumb this down for a second in case you don't know any of it. So if you've never seen Borat, he pretends to be from this land called Kazakhstan, which is a real place. He doesn't shoot any of it in Kazakhstan. He doesn't talk like people from Kazakhstan. He doesn't dress like them. There's nothing about what he does that is factually relevant to Kazakhstan at all. So when the original movie came out, what was it, like 06 or something? That had to be. It had to be like that. So like when the original movie came out, the government of Kazakhstan was really upset. They said that like it put them in a really bad light. It showed him like pulling a plow, and it talked about like all the prostitutes. It made the place seem like it was this awful like
8th world country
that was running itself like the 1800s for some reason. Like that's what
it was like if they were Amish,
yes,
but like really not intelligent, but also foreign.
The people in the movie in the first one and this one, it seemed like they're not even actors. It seems like he really went to like a small junky town somewhere and just told them to act annoyed and then just started rolling cameras. They threatened to sue him after the first movie. They banned the movie for a very long time in Kazakhstan, so you couldn't even watch it there. What was it?
Just DJ chatting.
So they banned it there. They were threatening to sue Sacha Baron Cohen. They hated it. They thought the whole thing was just absolutely trashing their country. Now this new one comes out. He doesn't lay off the gas pedal at all. He's again from Kazakhstan, same character. He doesn't refrain from mentioning it. The entire movie starts again with him there. Has a scene about how all the women live in cages. I know that doesn't sound funny, but he's just kind of poking fun at like what people think about the world and kind of these old school ideals. And everything is done facetiously in the movie anyway. Everything is meant to be taken sarcastically. So what I did like though, so now this new movie comes out and they, again, originally were upset again. I just read an article today that there are some people that are still upset. However, they actually released and if you guys have probably seen these commercials for like states, you ever seen like, I know I've seen them for California, but I've seen them for Maryland. I've seen them for like really bizarre. Virginia used to have a bunch. You ever see those commercials on TV, guys, where it'll say like, it'll show like, you know, the rocks in Virginia and this and that. It'd be like, Virginia, come and visit anytime. It's like trying to, I don't know.
Yeah, the drum up tourism and stuff. Yeah.
Drum up tourism. That's perfect. Yeah. And and I see them all the time for like really actually pretty random states most of the time. Most of the time it seems like Mississippi, I remember seeing.
Yeah, I don't think like some of these states like need more tourism. Right. New York City's like, we got enough people. Yeah. Like, we're good.
The Dakotas might need a little help, right? Yeah. So I've seen these, right? So now Kazakhstan apparently they released a new tourism video today, and if you've never seen Borat, his main slogan is very nice, and so they have decided to just use that now as their slogan. They're completely leaning into it instead of running away from it. So we're going to show you the video, and then I'm going to tell you a little more. So this is the Kazakhstan new video for their tourist type.
Very nice.
It's really just beautiful there, though. Very nice. So, and they have a bunch of these. So, I think they all have like all these 10-second ads.
That's actually very nice.
Again, they don't sound anything like Borat, which I think is what the point is, right? Like, I think it's almost like half the point. Look how it looks beautiful. Like, what he makes it seem like, and then they show this.
Very nice.
That's pretty close, actually. Yeah. That was pretty good. Okay, so you guys get the gist.
Yeah.
I hope that the sound was playing, but
I think so.
Okay. So this is their new tourism. They're actually just quite literally playing off of that. Now, I did want to tell you this part of the story. How about this? This was an idea of actually an American person. So they have on I guess one of their whatever the government is, whatever is in charge of this Department of Agriculture or whatever they have a PR person there that's from Los Angeles, moved there about a year ago. It was his idea. He came up to him and said, instead of running from this, why don't we try and link it to the success of this movie and try and drum up some tourism? They said everybody at first was like, they said there was just a moment of trepidation, and then everybody was like, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. If this movie's that famous, why don't we lean on it, you know? So they attached themselves to it. Now they're using the very nice catchphrase as their slogan. The guy from LA, it was his idea to do it, so now they've kind of jumped full on board. As far as PR stuff goes, I love shouting those moves out, man. It's hard.
Taking that negative and turning it into a positive. I love that.
I absolutely love it. They're gonna get so much more press this way, and not to mention, I'm not trying to be rude. I've never, ever, ever looked up pictures of Kazakhstan. No. So now, by them doing that, I was forced to look at it and forced to say, man, it looks really nice there. I'd kind of like to visit. Right? Like,
maybe I'll put that on my list.
They immediately swayed one person already.
Yeah, so it's probably pretty reasonably priced over there. I could probably
in light of that development, Sacha Baron Cohen, after they came out, the deputy chairman of the tourism of Kazakhstan said, in COVID times, when tourism spending is on a hold, it was good to see the country mentioned in the media. Not in the nicest way, but it's good to be out there. We would love to work with Cohen or maybe even have him actually like film here. Cohen responded with a tweet saying, this is a comedy. In Kazakhstan, the film has nothing to do with the real country. I chose Kazakhstan because it was a place that almost nobody in the U.S. knew, facts, which allowed us to create a wild, comedic, fake world. The real Kazakhstan is a beautiful country with modern, proud society, the opposite of Borat's version. But I do think it's fair to say, I'm not trying to be ignorant, but I knew that he was poking fun, but I did kind of take from the film, it must be a little third worldy, right?
I got an idea.
What's that?
Borat 3, Reversey.
Okay.
Borat's an American in Kazakhstan.
Nice. Okay.
So he goes and plays like an uber American dude.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like where he's just like over the top American, but in Kazakhstan.
Yes.
Like and tries to get these Kazakhstani people to be like, you stupid Americans.
I would love if he made it and pretended that he was in America and made us look like a third world
That's
country.
what I mean. Like like he's just like
yeah, that would be pretty great. Yeah, so I thought
copyright that by the way.
Right.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
If you hear about this.
You're
welcome.
That's Lamb's new idea. Like I said, for me, I had watched the original film, and I don't think most people know how beautiful that actual place looks. So for me, I thought it was really cool, and like I said, I did learn something. I mean, really, those pictures the video almost looks fake.
Yeah.
It almost looks like something out of like Dubai or something. It literally does look that pretty. So very, very fascinating. Thought that was cool. Now, I did see the movie.
So,
Yes.
tell me about this movie. First, I have not seen the movie.
I will not try and ruin everything.
Yes. So try not to ruin the whole thing. Is it the same as the first movie?
They attempt to keep it that way. They attempt to start it the same way. They attempt to keep the jokes very similar. They attempt to keep the style the same. As any sequel, you're already kind of in tune with the joke, so I think that you struggle to laugh as hard because you kind of know what you're in store for. The first one was kind of just an abrupt, kind of shock.
So the surprises are not as big, would you say?
Yeah, I think they stick to the same blueprint, but yeah, there's almost no oh my gosh, there's almost none of that because you kind of know he's going to be ridiculous and do dumb things. But very similar style, very similar jokes, and I thought for a character that is, I hate to say, kind of been beaten into the ground by horrible impersonators like myself and everybody else that loves to impersonate him, he was still able to make me laugh. And that actually surprised me. To be able to do the same dumbass accent and with the same fart and dick jokes for an hour and a half, I was surprised. The only thing I'll say is if you've never seen the first Borat, he tries to keep the storyline going all the way through so that there's some reason why he's doing these absurd things. They do the same thing in this movie. And I guess for the first movie, you tolerate it because you're so... This one seemed a little unnecessary. It seemed a little bit more story-driven than it did, like, them being funny in stores. And he really did struggle, it seemed, to film in his actual Borat outfit.
I bet
people were just on his neck.
And it must be, like... Does he film more, like away from, like, groups? Like,
yeah.
Because, like, you think the more people are there, you're running the risk of somebody immediately recognizing them. Like one or two people you can probably that never seen the movie, not a problem.
Not a problem.
But if you're trying to do those same two people, but you're at like a diner, it's never gonna work.
If you're in any diner in America, there's 20 people. There's at least 5 people that have seen the movie or know who he is, and that was his problem. He was actually there was a couple times they even show in the movie him trying to kind of do a skit, and people were like, "Oh my God, it's Borat!" And people were like running up to him and losing their mind. So that's when he starts taking on all these like different costumes and personas and stuff. But why I'm discussing the movie with you guys, it is a little politically charged. The first one, not so much. This one, very much so. It is very politically charged. It is kind of a shot at Middle America, I would say. It does kind of...
So not their target audience?
Not their target audience. He ends up living with a couple like deep like Republicans. And he is kind of making fun of them in the movie. But what I would say is it's worth a watch, at least for me, only in the sense of now, unless you hate this stuff, I love people being messed with. I do in a fun way. If they're not getting hurt or anything, I love watching people be messed with. I think he messes with people in a way that is so unique. He's able to unbelievably hold his character and get you to either say or do something so absurd. And to me, that is actually one of his real gifts because when the camera's rolling, people tighten up. They get weird. They don't want to say certain things. They act like somebody else. He's able to, in some instances, they know the camera's rolling. Others, they don't. At all times, he gets people to act natural and say dumb things and do ridiculous stuff. I don't want to ruin any of the plots, but one of the biggest ones is the Rudy Giuliani one. I will say, from my perspective, not nearly as bad as the hype was, but I will say that it is definitely very creepy. It's a very creepy shot. Not Rudy Giuliani's best moment, and I'm sure if he would have it his way, he wouldn't have that scene in there at all. But I give him a lot of credit. I thought, like I said, for something to try and remake something and like Dumb and Dumber, awful, right? Like you try and bring back these funny characters and use the same jokes and they just flop. This... I really did laugh a lot. I thought there was a couple moments that actually... Did I have any cackle out loud, like a bust in my gut? Only once. Everything else was kind of middle of the road, but, interesting.
Yeah. I feel like it's going to be, and he specifically is going to be one of those people that are going to look back at all these movies and really be impressed later.
Yeah.
Like, some of them are not the... Like, I'm not a huge fan of, like, Got You and, like, cringy things like that. Like, that kind of comedy does not really resonate with me. So I just steer clear of these. But then you see some of these things like when he's in the dictator talking and stuff like that, and you're like, oh my God. It's like, it's so smart.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That it's like, because it's so ridiculous, I think it doesn't get the credit for how smart it is.
I tell people all the time, I say this, I think I've even said this on the podcast, that I would consider what he does, at least in some form, a very beautiful, interesting form of art that I agree with you in 10, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, will be discussed. I know that sounds dumb because it's Borat, but if you really look at what he's doing, he's like listening to a song that you love. And like, okay, let's say it's that song "Dreams" from
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac. People listen to that song and get like a really positive vibe out of it. It's not really that positive of a song if you look at the lyrics, right? So that's kind of what I feel like. People look at it and they get a good laugh at it. But every movie has this unbelievably strong undertone in it of what he's trying to explain in a funny way. And the way that he explains it is get other people through comedy to say what he wants them to say or do what he wants them to do. I talk about This Is America a lot, because he's able to go to politicians and put them on a camera and get them to do ridiculous things. Nobody's doing that. Nobody has the ability to do that. We've never even seen anybody do it. I mean, punked kind of, but they didn't really do anything ridiculous. They just punked you.
It's a trick.
You thought you were broke, but you weren't.
We took all your stuff and put it in a box.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. They didn't actually get them to do anything. This is like pulling things out of people, and I really, like I said, there's like a real art form there to it. And I guess, like I said, if you're not able to let go of the politics, I really think that some people could genuinely just dislike the film purely based on that. And that's unfortunate because for me, I almost wish there would be less of it because I want it to be more of that. But I like that he took a stand and does what he does. I just, like you said, there is something really beautiful and artworky about it. It's really like, it's a very hard skill. Try and sit there and be a character and not laugh. I mean, really.
And know you're going to say really like out there thing.
Yeah, really poignant. Yeah, I'll give one example in the show of like he's at a party at a very, very high society party with very, very rich people. It's very real. It's a very real party. I think it's a fundraiser, some kind of political fundraiser. He's there in an absurd outfit, and he leans over to this old guy, and this old guy's got to be 70, very well dressed, very well spoken. And he's sitting there, and he leans over, and Borat has his 15-year-old daughter with him. And he leans over to the old guy and says, "Hey, this is my daughter, and she's 15. He's like, "How much would you pay for her?" He says this offhanded to this old man, and this old man, without blinking, leans over. He's like, $500. And it's like, immediately, you're like, dude, he just told you she was 15. He just said it. Then, after that happens, obviously, this old man has like grandchildren right next to him, these girls that are probably like 20, 25. They hear him say this, and they look at him, and they're like disgusted. I'm like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. He is quite literally able to get you to embarrass yourself by asking you a question that you know you shouldn't answer in the first place. I don't think he like trapped that guy, right? Like, if I asked you that question, what would you say? I'm not answering that.
Or just, what?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Everybody in the normal, like, I'm not answering, that's ridiculous, or whatever. But this guy immediately just had an answer. Not only an answer, he had a price ready.
Yeah, I'm not 500. Like, if he said like 50 million, you know he's like being ridiculous.
Right,
like,
yeah.
50 million bucks, I don't know. Like,
he threw out like a real price, you know? So.
And if I have to say so, awfully lowballing.
I agree.
For a human being.
I agree. The whole thing was very startling for me. Again, so, that is just a small taste of kind of what he does, but he does it to well-known people in crazy situations. So if you haven't seen it, it was definitely just worth discussing because it is fascinating in so many ways. But that got us thinking.
Yeah. So Kazakhstan is willing to change their logo for countries. I started trying to think of what are like country logos or slogans for their like tourism.
Yeah, because you asked me what America's was, and I like literally looked at you like I was crazy, like you were crazy. I'd have no idea.
I honestly don't even remember it.
Is anybody in chat without asking, do you know what America's slogan is for tourism? It actually,
once you everything's within reach.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I was going to ask them, but okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Everything within reach?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember it, honestly. I didn't write it down. I wrote some of these other ones.
Everything within reach. Does anybody know that was our slogan for tourism? Like, I've never heard that in my life one time. So that was kind of surprising to me. Lamb's going to look it up. Tourism slogan.
All within your reach.
All within your reach. That's our tourism slogan. All within your reach. Paul thinks it's "Come get obese with us," which might be that might be our second slogan.
That's just Florida's.
Burn, Paul! You just got sman. All right. So because of that, Lamb wanted to do a little quick trivia with me and hit me with some other country slogans to see if anybody in the chat or me and personally have any idea what these slogans came from.
Yeah, at first we were going to play fake or real,
Yeah.
and then I was just going to have you try and guess what they were, before, out of nowhere. And I thought that might be a little too difficult, so we decided today to mix it up a little bit.
All right, mix it up.
So you're going to have a country word bank, or a country bank, if you will.
Bank. All right.
I have 10 slogans, but I have 12 countries on the list.
Mm-hmm.
All the countries are there. So right there for you folks. You guys can play along as well.
All right, so here's there. So you see that? That's the country bank. He is going to read out a slogan, and we're going to try and guess where it came from. A tourist slogan.
Yeah, so the countries are New Zealand, El Salvador, Greece, Iran, Brazil, Norway, Belgium, Thailand, Paraguay, Uganda, the Netherlands, and Denmark.
Okay.
So those are your choices.
I'm just letting you know right now my geography skills are in the toilet. So I'm 100% sure I'm going to be awful at this, which I'm excited about.
All right. Let's start out with this first one.
Hit me.
All-time classic.
Sounds like how you would review a movie.
A lot of these are.
The Christmas Vacation, an all-time classic. An all-time classic would be... What's classic here? Ooh, you know what I think is classic? I think Greece is an all-time classic. They're like, they've been around forever, and they act. Yeah, Mom Bod, you're with me on this, right? There's something there, right? Greece, right? Like, yeah, they invented everything.
According to them.
According to them, they invented everything. So I'm going Greece. Yeah, I'm with that. Derek Lord, where the hell did you come from? What's up, Derek? All right, go ahead.
It is Greece.
Nice, we're off to a hot start. All right, so that actually does.
That one kind of made sense.
Does
Like
make
once
sense.
you think about it,
Yeah,
it did.
That does make sense. I'm really happy with the chat. We rolled that one. All right, Chad, help me out on this one.
You're welcome.
Yeah, help me out on this next one.
That's it.
Oh, that's it?
That's the slogan.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Nice. Very nice. You're welcome. All right, so I'm looking here. I'm trying to think. Paul immediately with Denmark. Why Denmark? Iran, Norway. Wow, no, he's even... Hey! Let's go. We got a subscription in that house. All right.
Month 3.
3 months. They've subscribed for 3 months. That's a 3-month prime. Wow. Hey, Katie, Mom, appreciate that so much. Guys, thank you so much. The subscriptions are really important.
All right,
Keep
so
us
the
going.
guesses are all over the place right now.
All over the place. Thailand. All right, for me, I would say the only thing that I would think is you're welcome is New Zealand, because that sounds like a beautiful place to be.
Uganda, buddy.
Damn it!
Nobody got it.
Nobody got it. Uganda.
I thought it was weird because it's you're welcome. It is your, like, apostrophe R-E.
You are welcome.
But not
Right.
you are welcome.
Right.
Like, that makes more sense as a slogan.
Yeah, to have like a
Like, you're welcome here.
air horn button. DJ, one of these days, let's do it again. Yeah, let's do it again. Katie, Mom, thank you for the subscription. I'll hit that air horn button. DJ, if you ever come out to Cali, which I'm just being blunt, a little inexcusable that you haven't, considering I
There's
know
a pandemic.
I don't give a damn. I know everything about DJ. I know the things that you like and don't like. It's inexcusable that you haven't been here. Love you to death. Go ahead.
Powered by nature.
Wow. That is so damn vague. Air horn. Powered by nature. I like. I don't like that one. I'm going to say Brazil. Powered by nature. I'm on my way. DJ. All right, we got Norway. We got Denmark.
Paul just gets to Denmark for everything until he gets it right. Hopefully, maybe Denmark is one of the ones that's not on the list.
Paul really does have that sense of humor that he would do that and never say it out loud.
Yeah.
Not even just look for the humor.
Bunch
No,
of
we got a bunch of
Netherlands?
Netherlands. All right. What did I say? I said Brazil.
All right, you are wrong.
Damn it.
Although your buddy Derek is correct.
Derek with the Norway gas. Derek with a air horn there, Derek. So what was it? It was
Powered by nature.
powered by nature.
A lot of nature up in Norway. I'll give it to him.
All right. Yeah, I don't know having a lot of familiarity. Anybody been to Norway? I don't know what the hell it looks like. All right, what's the next one?
The place to be.
The place to be. Man, I might go back to this New Zealand.
Are you playing the Paul game?
No,
You're going to guess it until it's right.
I just like New Zealand. I'm kind of trying to move there. It's really hard. This sounds horrible, but like we are genuinely influenced.
Yeah, now you called it out, so now you has to.
Fall. Such a doofus, dude. You're so funny. All right, I guessed Iran. That's what I was about to say
Place
next.
to be?
No,
That's what I'm saying. That's what his guess is.
I know, but that's okay. So my point was going to be this: because we're American and we are a little bit influenced by the media, there are some of these that are in my head that have a very negative connotation. Right? Iran is one of them. I don't know anything about the country. it's always associated with war. The irony of it being called the place to be just makes me laugh, but I don't think it's that. I'm gonna go back to my New Zealand guess.
You are wrong, but Derek is correct again.
Derek, get the hell out of here!
Belgium.
All right, I'll give Derek an air horn and one of these. All right, there's. So it was Belgium, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you know what? That's fair though. Belgium does seem like the place to be.
I know.
If that was the second place on this list, the place to be, I would give it that. I did live in Europe for a couple years. Oh, so you just missed the tourist out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to feel it.
Okay. Your laugh made me laugh. Okay, so here's what I'll say. You gotta feel it, right? You have to feel it?
You have to feel it.
I know in Thailand they have a lot of
Oh boy.
they got a lot of women or dudes that dress up as women. So maybe
you gotta feel it first.
That's
Yeah, I
where I'm
gotta
going.
check.
Please be right. I will never, as long as I live, forget that if it's Thailand, dude. Because you got to check it, because otherwise, yeah, you ain't know that.
So is that your guess? You want to go with Thailand?
We got to feel it. I'm going to guess. Paul's going to go Denmark this time, though. He's going to mix it up.
All right.
I like that, Paul. I really hope that's not Iran or Thailand. I'm so hoping it's Thailand. What is it?
Paraguay.
Damn it, dude. Oh, Thailand, you let me down. You got to feel it, baby. You got to feel it. Okay. I don't know what's in Paris. I don't even know what that country looks like.
It's in the middle of South America.
So it's
Like
it's
literally
hot.
like right dead center of
It's
South
hot.
America.
It's kind of
Borders Argentina,
sweaty.
Brazil.
Okay, you got to feel it. You got to feel the
Yeah, you
sweat.
gotta feel it.
You got to feel the heat. All right, give me another one.
The original cool.
What?
Yep.
That is awesome. That's my favorite yet. That's my favorite yet. You're the original cool. Like, yeah, y'all been cool. Like,
Yeah,
whatever,
you
but-
think you cool,
Well,
but
we were dope from the jump.
we had cool.
Who's been with us since day one here at God damn it, I think like really I was gonna guess Denmark, but I feel like Paul's got like fucking copyrighted. I am gonna go the original cool. Who was originally cool? Did we? I don't know. I don't even know which ones we've used yet. That's a
Way to pay attention.
keep it 100 Denmark. Yeah, I'm going in with Paul. I'm going at DJ. I'm all going in on a Denmark train.
Close. Netherlands.
Damn it! I thought we already used Netherlands for some reason. See, I'm an idiot. All right, sorry. We all get the fart joke. We got the fart noise. Sorry, guys.
Amsterdam, bro.
What's that?
Amsterdam.
Oh, the original cool. See now if I'd have taken a second, that does make sense. The original cool. See now that I would be curious to look when that was copyrighted, because like the marijuana trend's kind of catching the rest of the world. I wonder if that's like like a subtle
They're
jab.
like, yo,
We've
been cool.
We've been cool, dude. You can smoke in a cafe since like 94 or what? I don't even know when now there.
Since forever. There was never, I don't know if there was ever any rules.
We should look that up.
Yeah. The 45-minute country.
What the hell does that mean? What does that take? I'm going to try and guess somewhere small.
Probably a smart guess.
Yeah,
now we'll test whether you know geography or not.
Yeah, that was the dumbest thing to say yet. I'm going to go El Salvador.
Smart move, following Derek's lead.
Did you guess El Salvador? Hey, we got two El Salvador.
Yeah. I think the El Salvador was from the original cool. I will give Mom Bob credit for maybe getting it, because that is correct.
Ah, nice. We're in here, baby.
Basically, they're like, you can drive through our country in 45 minutes.
Derek is lighting it up. Derek, we still need to have you on the show to talk about your gold sifting. Wait, what was it?
It was El Salvador.
Oh, it was El Salvador. That's what it was, DJ. What was the actual quote? The
45-minute country.
The 45-minute country. Go ahead.
Because you can drive through in 45 minutes.
Is that really?
Nobody stops.
That's hilarious.
I don't know. You are invited.
don't know why that sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen a commercial where they said that. But that might be like a hotel chain.
El Quinto.
Paul in all
You are invited.
Paul in all capitals, Denmark. You are invited. I'm going back to my New Zealand guest because I'd like to go, baby. I hope they're inviting me out there. You are invited, which would imply that you think you're not invited, which would imply Iran. I'm switching it to Iran.
I don't know how you did it, but you got it right.
Let's go, baby. That just happened. Let's go. I'm gonna give my.
That's enough of that.
I literally in my head I was just like, all right, let's have some fun with this. Let's see
Smash the button.
see what I can get out of this.
Yeah.
Mamba got it with Iran. Shout out.
All right. Oh yeah.
Lamb says, I can't believe you just worked that out.
Happiest place on earth.
Back to New Zealand, dude. It's got to be New Zealand. If it's not New Zealand, then they're fucking lying, dude. All right, give me a guess. The hottest, what is it?
The happiest place on earth.
You know, I might. Right. So Paul said Disneyland. I was just thinking that. I think there's a Disneyland in Denmark. So I'm actually gonna go back to Paul with Denmark. Oh man, if it's New Zealand, I'm gonna be pissed. Because I've been on the New Zealand train since day one. But I am gonna go Denmark because I actually think there's a Disneyland. And I don't think there's any relation to that whatsoever, but I'm going to say there is. Derek Lord says Denmark. It's got to be, right?
It is Denmark.
Derek, you are out of control. Paul with the right one there. Paul, that'd have been the one that Paul didn't. Paul, sorry, you guessed Disneyland.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. Disney World is in Florida, buddy. You are wrong.
No, you did put Denmark after it. I'll give you that. All right. There it is. All right. You know what? That's actually kind of clever.
Damn, that's snug.
That is clever.
All right, we got one more.
One more. I don't.
100% pure.
Got to be the one that I want to go to that hasn't been named, right? Come on, New Zealand one time for the homies, dude. I mean, I don't know. Damn, I just won one. I think DJ's thrown Thailand in the mix a few times too, actually.
All right, Mamba out on New Zealand. Colombia. It's not even on the list.
Falls out of Denmark, dude.
Yeah, he's out options.
I don't got anything left. What do you want me to do? God damn.
Brazil.
Oh, Brazil's a good guess too, but I still think New Zealand's got to get some love.
There are fake countries up there.
Wait.
Remember, there are some that are not.
Oh, that are not used.
Yeah.
What was the phrase again?
100% pure.
Maybe it has something to do with water. Wait, you said 100% pure though. Right. Oh, I see what Paul did there.
Yeah, well, cocaina.
Oh, okay. A little white girl joke there. I see you, Paul. Okay.
He is in Florida.
He is in Florida. He gets the cocaine joke. I see. I got you, Paul. We got you. All right, 100% pure. So let me look at these names.
That would be the dopest if that was true.
I was for some reason thinking 100% pure water. So I was thinking like I don't even know where Fiji is. I was thinking that, but that's not going to help.
It's its own country.
So I was thinking what would be close to. But
Gotcha.
Then I was thinking maybe Brazil though, because I think they got like rainforests and stuff, so maybe they're pure. I don't know. I'm gonna go. Nah, I don't know, dude. I'll stick with Brazil. I'll hang out.
You're sticking with Brazil?
I'll stay out Brazil.
All right.
Sorry guys, if y'all can hear that shit. All right, can they hear that?
Probably.
Sorry about that.
It is New Zealand.
God damn it! Y'all give me a
boo. Sorry, DJ. Thailand and Brazil were extras that I threw in there, so I'm gonna have to look up what Thailand is. It was on a map I have somewhere.
We got it.
I will find it for you real quick.
We'll give you Thailand real quick. That was actually really fun, and I don't even know what that game. Somebody give me a name for that because we're gonna have to do. The bank thing I like. We're going to come back to that.
Yeah.
Word bank.
It definitely adds a little extra.
Boo. I got to know what Thailand is. We got you. Travel slogan. Yeah. We'll call it word bank or idiot bank or.
It's Amazing Thailand.
Amazing Thailand. That's why we couldn't do that one, DJ.
Which actually segues very well into into our next part of this same challenge. There was a bunch of these that had the names of the countries in them.
Okay.
So I picked a few that I want you to try and guess.
Okay, fair.
They have the name of the country in them or something that gives away what they are.
Okay, fair.
All right. So I'm going to give you the country.
Okay.
And so we'll start with Cameroon.
Cameroon, the only place to be. There it is, dude. I just gave it to you.
I like where your head's at. It's actually a pretty good starting spot. This is
Yeah.
Yeah. Thailand sucked, so that's why we left them out.
Good job leaving that. You got it, Deej. What was it?
It is all of Africa in one country.
Yep, never gonna get that one.
Yeah, I know. I thought. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool. It was almost on the list, but I thought it was a little too much of a giveaway.
You gotcha. Okay. I was gonna say, where's Cameroon in the name? Gotcha. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Guess the next one.
So that's the only one that doesn't have it. All right. Jordan.
Jordan. Where beauty meets crime. No, copyright that. Where beauty meets crime.
Copyright.
No, I'm gonna say Jordan's is beauty beyond. Wait, no, it's got to have the name Jordan in it. Damn it. Well, damn it, I don't know, dude. Welcome to Jordan. That's it.
All right, that's a fair guess, honestly. There were some that were like that. It's Jordan.
They should play off of Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
If they had any
And
PR
just jump,
people,
man.
yeah,
Just like, yes,
jump
it's
Jordan. Yeah, that's right. All right, that's really funny.
just thought it was. Yeah, it's Jordan.
Yeah,
It's Jordan.
That's
It's
like
Jordan.
all it is.
What's it like? Yeah, it's Jordan.
It's all right.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Jordanish. Yeah, I think beauty and crime's better. But go ahead.
Armenia.
Ooh. Yikes! I'm gonna have to refrain for all Armenian jokes. We live in Glendale, and it is like the Armenian capital. I think of the United States, right?
Probably.
I think it's.
I would if you're per capita.
I think it's per capita. We're definitely the Armenian capital of the United States in this area. A lot of Armenian people, and they do have like their cultural tendencies, like everybody else does. So, what I'd like to say is,
So think of what somebody would say if
Armenia,
if-
BMWs and gold chains.
nah, if they were like, because that's here, Armenia.
True.
If you were like, should I go to Armenia? What would they say to you?
They would say Armenia. They would say Armenia is the best. That's what they would tell me.
Pretty close.
Really?
It says visit Armenia. It's beautiful.
If you meet Armenian people, they're actually can be really lovely people. But one of the things they will always tell you, always about anything Armenian, it's the best.
It's the best.
There's no substitution. What about
the best.
and what about the Armenian food? It's the best. It's the best in the world.
It's the best.
Yeah. What about Armenian pastries? It's the best. Armenian coffee. Oh, you've never had anything like Armenian coffee. So that's funny. All right, give me
All right,
one
last
more.
one.
Last one.
Iraq.
Come to Iraq. It's a bomb.
Technically Kurdistan,
Okay.
which is, part of Iraq right now, but
My guess was it's the bomb, but
hey, I love it.
Iraq. We're almost there.
Kurdistan is the other Iraq.
You can't compare yourself to a place that's not that great in the first place.
It's the other Iraq. We're not that Iraq. It's
like
the other Iraq.
The other Harlem. You're like, wait, that's
Not the bad Harlem, the other Harlem.
yeah, bombs away. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But how ridiculous that they're just throwing shade on an entire country.
That's really funny.
We're the other Iraq.
Yeah, we're the more we're the refined Iraq. All right.
I just thought.
Yeah. Speaking of, do your segue quickly.
Speaking of countries that love activities and sports.
Wow, gotcha, Lamb.
Goalie drops back, catcher punch near the rim, slam, dunk, touchdown. Sports ball.
Sports ball. That's what we're gonna do right now for you guys. Sports was awesome this weekend. It will blow your socks off. Paul's bringing the heat. Sports was awesome this weekend. Honestly, if you're not a sports fan, we're going to give you stuff to make you a sports fan. That's just how we roll. Let's start with the best thing I saw all weekend. If you are...
DJ, it's hilarious, but come on.
I actually like
We're trying to
this the most.
focus.
I'm
No.
saying if that was their tourist slogan,
Oh my God,
tourists would be up. Would be up. Oh! All right, we're out of here. I don't want to be a dick. Let's move on.
Hey,
penis. Okay. Does that work?
great segue.
All right.
Speaking of dick moves,
that's
this guy
right.
picked off.
Yeah, speaking of people getting the shaft, let's talk about the Arizona Cardinals. Yesterday in the Arizona Cardinals game, Russell Wilson is at what appears to be the 3 or 4 yard line there. They're about to score. It's 1st and goal, and homeboy throws a pickle dickle. He throws an interception.
With 6 different receivers, and this time he
Boom. Right? Full out. Gone.
That's Buda Baker.
But look at DK Metcalf, the wide receiver.
Track him down. Can he chase him down?
Okay.
He does to save a touchdown.
I don't think this shows the replay. Let me play it one more time so you guys can see him from the jump if you did not see this. Look at your boy. He is, if you highlight him with the mouse there in the top to the left there. 14,
him?
yeah.
14.
Yeah, he's right here. So he's right there when the play starts. He wants to be involved. He wants to catch a touchdown, but he's nowhere near it. But watch the distance that he covers to make this play.
Immediate.
Immediate.
Foot in the ground.
10
Head
yards
down.
probably.
Yeah.
At least 10 yards from this guy.
Can Metcalf track him down? Can he chase him down?
Buda Baker, for reference, do you know what he ran in the 40-yard combat? A 4.5.
So
not
not the fastest you've ever heard, but high level speed.
Very high level speed. A 4.5 he ran. Metcalf ran a little bit under that. But here's what I'll say. When I grew up watching sports, I had my dad and Redskin fans had the idol of Darryl Green. And he made a bunch of plays like that where he ran people down that looked like they were going to have touchdowns. This play, they tackled him at like the 8-yard line or wherever he tackles him. He stops. He prevents a touchdown. On the next possession, Arizona goes 3 and out. They can't get a touchdown. So then on 4th down, they should have kicked the field goal, but they go for it and they don't get it. So he literally prevents all the points. He literally stops them from scoring at all by running 80 yards and hustling for that. I can't tell you how your instincts will not tell you to do that in a sports game.
I know. That play alone could energize a team for weeks.
Weeks. Right. Because if you're in that situation, also your team, he's 10 yards from you, takes off, and you're like, I'm not catching him. Right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not catching it. Well,
He literally puts his foot down and says, "I'm catching him."
I don't care if I do
Yeah.
or don't, but
I'm putting 100% effort
They
in.
pay me to hustle every play, and I'm freaking hustling on every play. He runs by Russell Wilson like he's an old man, which Russell Wilson's not slow anyway.
Yeah.
I just love that. If I'm on his team and you see that from the sidelines, I better get my ass out there and make a tackle.
Oh my God.
Damn it! I better do something.
I'm gonna rip somebody's head off the next play. Like,
And-
you're so jacked.
And I think it actually shows because they don't even give up the point. So the defense comes out like, yeah, damn it, we better do something out here. So I just love it. I love hustle plays like that. This guy was kind of chastised early in the year for a drop at the 1-yard line, which was really silly and dumb. I think this shows a little bit of maturity, but I think it's something that is innate in a human being to that competitive edge to never surrender. I love it. Somebody like this will always be like this, and you found yourself a winner. I think that's really cool.
Speaking of hustle plays,
Speaking of hustle plays,
we got my boy.
we got my main man, Old Lamb here is a Giants fan, reluctantly, begrudgingly. And his boy had a nice play. Got to 21 miles an hour, this quarterback on this little keeper here.
I mean, if you had to guess who is the second fastest quarterback in the league right now,
Daniel Jones would not have been in your top 5.
not in your top 10,
No
probably.
way. No way. No way.
Yeah, everybody gets number 1.
Everybody gets
Lamar Jackson,
I would say
probably.
Lamar
Like,
Jackson
yeah, that's
probably,
what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
everybody's like right there.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah,
Got it.
they're really close there.
Maybe Pat Mahomes.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson, I would say that Herbert guy's probably pretty fast now
Yeah.
too. Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray's pretty
Kyler
fast.
Murray for
Kyler's
sure.
really fast. He's shifty. Maybe not top end speed fast though, but he's definitely shifty. Anyway, if you haven't seen this, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. But if you haven't, it's definitely one of the best things that happened. This was last Thursday, but we haven't covered it. Here's your boy.
This happened right after our last podcast, actually.
At least you have to see, even like
Look at
31.
this.
Look how much faster he is in the cornerback.
Yeah.
But your boy goes down like a sack of potatoes.
The problem is I know exactly this feeling. I know what happened. It's tough. You start leaning a little bit. It's the wrong thing to do, actually.
I'm not
you're
gonna
just
lie,
going to take a tumble.
I've been there too. If you've played sports, you've encountered something like this. If you don't know what happened, what actually happens is you're trying to run at your actual top speed, right? And your body can really only hit that top speed for literally 40 yards.
Yeah.
Like that's it. And then
if you get to become an elite sprinter, maybe 100.
Maybe 100. That's why they do 100 because it's hard to run 100. If you haven't run 100 yards full sprint, go out to your street, mark off 100 yards, and see if you can run it without at any point letting off the gas. Because
You can't.
Hidden secret, you won't be able to do it. So he is not their running back, so his cardio is probably not like that. So he is all of a sudden run 50 yards his top speed. He doesn't want to slow down because he's worried he's going to get caught. So again, what starts to happen is he's tired. So to keep that speed, you lean over and your legs aren't keeping up, and then you start the turf monster gets you and you get rolled up. But this did produce a lot of really funny comments, some great memes. All the celebrities, all the other football players. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes says, I can't even say anything because I would never be able to run that far.
I love
somebody said,
Gerald McCoy over there.
Come on, Daniel. Boy felt like he was in a horror movie. So people were laughing at it, having a good time with it. They did end up scoring on that drive, so he didn't end up like whatever. But he's gonna go down in lore and history just for that.
But the fact he was going that fast,
21 miles.
shocking.
They clocked him at 21 miles an hour. So for a white boy quarterback, he was out there
covering some distance,
scooting. What we laugh about though is he didn't have to keep running.
I know he could have stopped, tied his shoe, and still scored a touchdown.
Still scored. He could have just jogged it in. He could have tossed the ball in the air a bunch of times. He could have had a blast. But instead, he just really tripped over his feet. It's not the first time it's happened. Even in the NFL, we saw a tight end do the exact same thing in the same week. Felt like in a horror movie. Yeah, so great. There's a bunch of memes going around. I don't know if we have one.
I mean, we couldn't find anything.
Oh, that's right. We couldn't find it. But there was a great meme going around where it shows like a sniper in the bushes, like, sniping his legs out. Like that's how he got hit. Just a great play. Like I said, sports brings you joy in a lot of different ways. Speaking of football, let's talk about somebody else that almost did something really awesome.
Yeah, this is kind of a shout out to last week too.
Okay.
We had that crazy tennis shot.
Yeah, we did. We did a really
where that ball just rolled along the net. I'd never seen anything like that before, and I've definitely have never seen anything like this before in my life.
This is great because if you're a sports fan, this is probably something you didn't see. The other one, like that kind of stuff you did. Let's blow this up because
so this is from Rice.
You'll just watch it. There is no explanation needed.
There is no sound, so it's not that you're not hearing it.
Off the upright. Right off the upright, into the upright, 4 times,
and no good.
Run it one more time. You got to run it one more time. Your boy hit every post.
So this was to win the game.
The game. Game on the line. Blink.
In overtime.
Blink, 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 blink. Even the ref is like, what? I don't know. Can we give him like a half a point? Like,
yeah, no, just a touch.
Yeah. God, poor guy.
Oh my God.
I mean, even like if you're like a teammate of him, you really can't even like bury him for that. It's like, damn, dude. I mean, you really hit everything there just without scoring. I don't know. Great. I love it though. I appreciate you finding it. I love things like that in sports though. When I see something I've never seen before, the game is played a zillion times. Every now and again, you see something you've never seen. It really does shock you. I've never seen that.
Let's get Dude Perfect in here.
Yeah.
And tell him they got to hit that upright 4 times on a trick shot. How many do you? Weeks.
I'm saying I remember a couple years ago, maybe not even a couple years ago, it might have been last year, where the ball bounced on the bottom upright like twice and then went in. I remember that 4 bounces. Like I need to look at this ball again. Like,
I know. You sure about this?
Like, was it a dodgeball? Like it's like what is this thing made out of?
Got to talk about it. Your Washington football team or DJ is gonna be sad.
Oh yeah, DJ. You know what? Actually, we really did put him down. Washington football team. I always wear the shirt.
Boo!
Great time for that sound effect. I appreciate it. Washington football team. We stink. But today, if you know anything about football, it used to be the Redskins versus the Cowboys, which obviously is Cowboys and Indians. They hate each other. We hate them. They hate us. They got rolled yesterday.
The
Cowboys did 25-3. It was very enjoyable. The amount of times I get to see the Redskins roll somebody.
Not once, not never.
Yeah, that's how many times I've seen them actually roll somebody. Very enjoyable. So shout out the Washington football team. It might be our only win of the season outside of the other one. That might be our last one. But it was fun to watch. As a football fan, you get to see one dub. It's exciting.
Yeah, and yes, the ending to the Detroit-Atlanta game was insane.
Oh, insanity.
Because we talked about that because he tried not to score.
Yeah.
And had he not, they would have won that game.
Yeah. Todd Gurley tries to fall down short so they can run the clock out, kick a field goal. He accidentally falls into the end zone, and then they ended up losing the game because of it. Paul just begrudgingly pointed out how many wins the entire division have collectively. DJ said 7. I'm going to agree. I think it's 2-2 and 2-2-2-1, I think is what it is. How many wins is it going to take to win the division? I'm going to go with the same number, 7. 7 and 9 probably win the division.
They play each other too many times for one team not to get a few of them.
Yeah, Paul is bragging about his Steelers with 6. They did look good. Got to give Steelers credit. They're the only undefeated football team left in the league now. Yeah. Isn't that weird? If you could have taken a bet on who the undefeated team, Steelers would not have been that conversation. No. So shout out to them. Other really great thing this weekend, speaking over fighting over your football teams, Khabib Nurmagomedov, great UFC fighter, retired this weekend after kind of a destruction of an opponent who I think is really high level.
They did say he lost that first round on the card.
Khabib did.
Yeah, he said it's only the second round he's ever lost.
He is
in his career.
29-0, 29 fights. All fights are 3 rounds or 5. He's lost 1 round before this. This was his second. I thought he lost that round. I thought he got punched.
But I'm just saying, like, the fact that it's only his second round losing.
Yeah, it's so unbelievably insane. He will go down as absolutely probably the best ever in that weight class. If you don't know anything about him, if you don't watch the sport, what I will tell you that is really fascinating about him as an individual is this is the highest level of this sport. Everybody can wrestle and everybody can punch. He is somehow so much stronger than everybody else in the exact weight, 155. He is literally able to wrestle you to the ground at the exact same weight and never let people up. Once you're on the ground,
unless the bell goes off,
you cannot. He is so everybody that fights him, he puts you on the ground and then he will not let you up. He's that much stronger. People say it feels like you're fighting somebody 40 pounds heavier than you. That they just said he feels that much stronger than you do. I was watching the fight with some friends. I was explaining to them that he is like this for a reason. He trains in like super cold water, swimming against the currents. His cardio is insane, but he grew up wrestling bears. So we actually have a video. People don't believe that that's actually the true story. Khabib, when he was a child, his dad made him wrestle bears to get stronger at wrestling. So this is the video we have for you guys. Here he is, as a kid, wrestling bears. Back in 97, dude, when that film all looked like that. He said, "What's up, bear? You got shit? I'm about to put your ass." First off, that bear's got to be so strong, right?
Yeah,
like his center of gravity is so low. Look, he's going for the legs.
I know, you got to work it.
Yeah.
Take it to the ground.
You got to take it to the ground. You got to this, and that's the kind of stuff you'll see him do in a real fight. Look, this bear's even like, damn, come on,
like,
bro.
come on, bro.
Bro,
Easy,
give me a break here.
Got to let him up. He's literally got to let the bear up.
So if you didn't know that, wasn't his foot broken too? Not Paul. I didn't know that, but that might be true too. We should look that up. But if you had never seen that, like I said, I think it's fascinating. This kid is on a whole different planet than everybody else, and that starts because his dad had him wrestle bears. So I think it's a really cool story. I think if you
So you know the path if you want to become a UFC fighter, an elite level UFC fighter.
Yeah,
it's pretty simple.
Yeah, very simple. Just
wrestle
bears, and put your entire life on the line at 6.
From 6 on.
2 people said his foot was broken, so that's really fascinating. Huh. I didn't know his foot was broken and still win the fight.
During the fight did it break or broken prior to the fight?
I would like to know that too because I saw them clank legs. They both threw a kick at the same time and it hit, and I remember thinking, man, that would break somebody's foot. So I wonder, that was the very first round. That was like 40 seconds in. So I wonder if he broke his foot on that kick. Real quick, before we let you guys go, we got to shout out the Dodgers, man. Last couple games have been insane. They ended up losing the other one by like the very last second. And then this last game, great hits, catches at the outfield. What else did we see in that game? There was something happened that was crazy. Oh, I did want to shout out Kershaw.
Oh, trying to steal home?
Oh, yeah, we saw a guy try to, Jenny the Jet Rodriguez, Sandlot style, try and steal home in a World Series, and he was what? I mean, literally.
Within a foot.
This thin from actually doing it.
Yeah, because we talked about it, because there's all sorts of rules, because if you're on the mound, you got to step off, or it's a balk.
So Kershaw, in the middle of his windup, had to step off the mound, throw to home, and get the tag. Really cool if you haven't seen it. People stealing home is crazy in baseball.
I love it.
Kershaw also now is the number 1 strikeout leader in all of postseason history. That's pretty impressive because he did have to go against a bunch of cheaters. So
a couple people cheated.
And
not even allegedly.
DJ's with the Let's Go Rays chant. DJ, I'm going to give you a fart noise on that, but hey, you're entitled to your own opinion. I'll say this, DJ. I only rooting for the Doyers because I thought they got hosed out of a championship already. So
they earned one.
And now they got to earn it again. And it's like, damn, dude, you know how tough it is to get there once, let alone 5 more times?
Literally, a team has been convicted and like proven to have cheated.
Yes.
And they're like, you get to keep your rings.
Yes, correct. So, very great weekend of sports. Shout out old Mr. Kershaw. Thought it was really cool. He's out there still slinging it. Paul, really appreciate that. Paul's throwing in our YouTube, our Instagram, and if you have Twitch Prime, you can link it up here and throw in a subscription just to say thanks for the show. Other than that, man, I shouted you guys out in the beginning. I'll shout you guys out again. Chat, you were hilarious as always today. You guys are such a big part of the show now. I actually love it. Other than that, man, I had a blast. I'll let you guys go and watch some Monday Night Football after the Astros. Appreciate that. And we will be back Thursday. Thursday, we already have a really good show for you guys. I'm not going to give it away. But Thursday, we are already planning. We've got some good material. Should be a blast. Wow.
Check it out, guys. Yeah, more to come. There might be some changes on the horizon too.
Yeah. We might be trying to.
We're gonna talk to the chat and see what's going on.
We're
and
gonna tinker.
Yeah. Really get in there.
Bro.
Figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna see what we can do and see what we can maybe. We want to keep evolving as a podcast. What can we do next? What can we do better? If you guys ever have any suggestions on things that you loved and things you'd like to see us do more of,
we will ignore them.
I will completely ignore them. No, send them to me through the Two Dumb Idiots chat, or if you have my phone number, text it to me, and I will pleasantly say thank you and take it into consideration, because like I said, we're always trying to evolve the show and make it better. But I appreciate you guys hanging with us. I always have a blast with you guys. Chat was on point with the guesses today in the comments. We will be back Thursday with a really good show. Love you guys. I'm Nick.
I'm Kevin.
We are the Two Dumb Idiots. Thanks guys so much for watching.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called dumb once or twice.
Denmark! Shout out Denmark! More air horn. What's the theme song?
Yeah, I mean,
No, I got you. Oh, that was nice, dude. That actually kind of segued. I got you. More air horn. Yeah. We need a little more cowbell is what we need, dude. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called dumb once or twice in my life.
Denmark. It needs more air horn. This show just needs more air horn.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and definitely check out our podcast wherever podcasts are podcasting.